Alright guys, here's attempt number 3. Hopefully I'm not going to be ordering a 4th motherboard, because I would really just like to finish this build already. I got my 1080 Ti coming in tomorrow, so if we could finish this today, that would be most ideal. Alright, let's get started here. Alright. Start with the CPU, I guess, right? May as well. I have some Arctic silver on this, so I'm just going to take a second to clean this up. These are all new components, but because I have gone through 2 motherboards, I am pulling this off of the previous attempt. You heard that correct. 2 motherboards. The worst part is nobody knows what I'm doing wrong yet. Maybe someone will figure it out this time. AMD uses this nice little zero force insert, so it just kind of falls right in. Gonna put some purifier on that. What's up, Travis?
Did it work?
I am in the middle of it right now.
Oh, okay. I thought it worked alright. Well, let me know if it works or not.
What are you doing?
Well, getting ready for bed. Well, I'm playing Tails for a little bit before I go to bed.
You got work at 3 again, or what?
Yeah, yeah, I work pretty much all day. The only day I don't work at Best Buy is on Friday.
Huh. Well, you'll find out in the morning if if you don't hear from me, assume I committed suicide because I blew up another motherboard.
Oh, God. At that point, it might be best just for you
Hey,
to
shut
get
the fuck up.
those
No, I will not. I will do it myself, damn it. And you will let me build your next computer. Shut up.
Eventually, Amazon's going to be like, what the fuck, dude? Like, we can't give you any more free ones.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting another replacement after this. This is an expensive part, so. Yeah.
Yeah, at that point, you just need some money.
Yeah. Alright, I'll let you know how it goes.
Alright, well,
Peace. Alright, this is the Ryzen 1800X processor. I went with that one because I am trying to go for a gaming build and I do a lot of video rendering, so it was a good mix. We're putting in some G-Skill Trident RGB 3200 frequency RAM here. I know AMD is supposed to come out with a micro update, but as of now, the RAM with the Samsung chips is the most cohesive, I suppose you could say, with the AMD. I read some nonsense about AMD's Infinity Fabric grossly relying on the RAM speed to work as efficiently as possible, so I believe enough sources confirm that. Like I said, I don't know much. I only know what I read online, so if that is true, then 3200 is pretty much the sweet spot, because with all these new BIOS updates, that's pretty much what most of these motherboards are. I mean, when I did get it up and running, I was able to hit 3000. I didn't do a stress test or anything like that, though, so I'll do that. But that seems to be the sweet spot, 3200. I'm going to put in the M.2 next here. Actually have an extra M.2 shield, so we're gonna put that in just because, why not? Precision screwdrivers are your friend. They make builds so much easier, particularly the magnetic ones. These thermal shields pretty much do nothing, but they look nice, I suppose. Or I guess depending on who you ask, actually. Yeah, this is really just going here for looks. It serves no purpose. Oh, okay, it doesn't even fit. What do you know? Hold on, I got a solution for that. I actually lost the motherboard. How is that even possible? Timeout. I'll be back. Alright, we good. For those of you asking why did I go with this particular motherboard, I will say it is not worth the price. You really don't buy this motherboard unless you're taking into account aesthetics, because that is the #1 reason. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wanted a premium board, but the Asus Crosshair seems to be the local favorite as far as premium boards go. Frankly, I didn't need that many USB ports, so this one was just the perfect. Perfect aesthetic. I was going for a white theme when I realized I couldn't get everything white, since MSI doesn't have that beautiful white motherboard that they had for that last gen, or for the other socket size. I don't know which it was for. I figured I would go for a white and silver theme. So you guys will see it when it's put together here. These M.2 screws, man. Oh wow, they really put this one in here. The M.2 we're going to use is a Samsung 960 Pro. I wanted the fastest, and they don't unfortunately make a Pro in 250 gigabyte, so you kind of got to jump to 512. I won't need this much. It's just going to be for boot, but since I have this much extra, I'll probably load my, you know, any content. Well, yeah, I mean, you usually use the programs that you put on here, or you'll usually put on here the programs you use most, so of course I'll do that. But yeah, no way I'm going to have 512 gigabytes worth of stuff. But it's nice to have, especially since I don't have a internal SSD yet. I have not decided on one that matches my color scheme, so that is on the back burner for now. Priorities. Got to get that color match. Alrighty, M.2 is done. Let's go ahead and go back to the CPU up here. Sorry about the camera quality, guys. I have it on automatic focusing, so can only do so much. Gonna ditch these AM4 standard mounts because we have an AIO to put on here. Gonna be using the Kraken X52. Again, another choice out of aesthetics, don't judge me. That last one I had just taken apart that I fried before this one. Oh man, I thought Arctic Silver, the couple of times I've seen it, it doesn't spread very well on YouTube videos. So I like I was like, oh, I'll put on some extra to compensate for that. Nope. I don't even know if the CPU is going to work, to be honest. The last one, I put so much Arctic Silver on it, which is odd because the CPU was never powered on, so I don't know why it would have, you know, it's not like it, when you thermal paste heats up and it gets all sticky, it fried as soon as I tried to turn it on. I don't know why it was so stuck, but point being, I had to pull the AIO so hard it pulled the CPU out of the socket when I never even disengaged the socket lever there, so I don't know. I don't know if that damaged the pins. None of the pins look bent or anything, but that can't be good, right? I know it's not supposed to happen. Need to put off our standoffs. These come with the, if you buy any Asetek made AIO, which is, I mean, all of them that I could think of, Corsair, H100, and Krakens are super popular. They'll come with a AM4 mount. I had a Kraken 50. I bought a Kraken 52, and I didn't feel like waiting for NZXTs forever, customer service to get back to me. So I just went ahead on Corsair.com. You can purchase the mount for like $5 or $6. Paid for quick shipping. Got it really soon. I'd say it was worth it, especially if you're impatient like me. It was definitely worth it. All right, let's get this. I guess we'll mount the CPU now. Not much else to do here. Or mount the AIO. So let's get some thermal compound on this. Going with the Arctic Silver 5. Not thermally conductive, but it is capacitive. I don't know how much I'm putting this time. Let's just go with right there. Looks like a sweet spot. Yeah, that's I feel like I should do a dribble more, but no. Yeah, no, that's it. That's where we will leave it. And let's pray that that's not too much this time. I doubt it. That looks sufficient. So we are going to use this nice white NZXT Kraken X52 here. I could get the angle on this thing right. I wish the we're going to be putting it in a Corsair, in a NZXT S340 Elite case. I really wish they had a removable bracket, but it is what it is. Throw some purifier on this guy. Is anyone else cringing at the fact that I'm doing this over the motherboard? It's all good. Yeah, that purifier and Arctic Clean, their thermal grease remover and purifier, it's a good deal. It's like $7. Can't go wrong with it. I have no idea how much the purifier helps, but it definitely feels better after it's applied. Okay. Gonna get this at an angle that'll work. Sure you all know this, but of course when you're mounting the CPU cooler, you want to make sure you cross thread. Use a better screwdriver for this. I don't know how many pounds of pressure these CPUs could take. I didn't actually get an instruction manual with my AMD. I'm sure it's roughly around 60 pounds, which is a lot more than I would have anticipated, but I know that was the pressure. I think the Kaby Lake processors were able to spread across the surface. If I recall, it said no more than 60 pounds of tension. along the surface there. That seems like a lot to me. I just do hand tight, and that seems to be sufficient. Well, I guess I can't really talk since this is my first build. But I mean, the last 3 take-aparts I've had from failing so bad, it seems sufficient. Alright, so that's that. Alright, this is good for mounting in the case now. So let's get all this hijinks thrown away here. Ignore the mess. Oh, our godly graphics card we'll be throwing in here is a GT710, 2GB PNY godly graphics card here. Be jelly. Can't get that on the market anymore. Move cat. Alright, stand by. Alright guys, we're back. I'm gonna try to put it in the chassis now. When you have cats, you get cat hair on everything. I know I should be taking this stuff off, but ain't nobody got time to remove all these cables, so I'm hoping I could just get that motherboard in here with all of this here.
Geez, Gibby, is that what we're doing? We're just saying it now?
Well, you never want to talk about anything.
And you always do. I can't get any peace unless I leave the room. And even then I have to run the lawnmower in the garage in order to not hear your constant yammering.
Alrighty.
Well, it's about damn time.
Whoops, we forgot to take off this layer of foam here.
Jack had such a great time with you. You had a jacket, a manicure, crepes. I didn't know women could be so into that stuff.
I know, Finn, I had such a great time with you too.
Well, ladies and Jackie. There's only one person I hate more than Jackie, and that is Fenton. And Fenton, there's only one person I hate more than you. Queen Elizabeth. Who does she think she is? Queen of England?
Alright, we got that lined up with all these standoffs and such.
You're leaving.
We have a road cable over here.
She's costing me a fortune.
Jack, I can't let you go. You have the other half of my best friends forever heart showing right now.
Okay.
Well, I'd love to stay, but as all good
Before we
friends,
put in those standoffs, we're going to put it, well, yeah, never mind, we'll do standoffs first.
Not charging for any of the damages.
Standoff screws anyway.
You're putting me quite a bind, and not in a good way.
These little things are really nice. You get them for like $2 at the hardware store. Keep all your screws in. I cannot imagine doing this without magnetic screws here.
Guys, come on, what do you say? Can I still be your roommate?
Fine. And if she's staying, I want a better parking space.
You can have S.
A,
S.
B,
S.
C.
Why don't you park on the roof and pay me $3,000?
Is S still available?
The right tool for the right job. This is where you want to make sure you have an adjustable bit screwdriver. Something that's the exact thread size that you need, or head size. And I can't find mine conveniently.
It's time to let go.
This is a story about mail and packages, and it's also a story about people. And while we make more e-commerce deliveries to homes than anyone else in the country, we never forget that your business is our business. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
If you have a garden, you know. Weeds are low-down little scoundrels. With Roundup Precision Gel, you can finally banish garden weeds without harming precious plants nearby. So draw the line. Just give the stick one click, touch the leaves, and the gel stays put, killing garden weeds to the root with pinpoint precision. Draw the line with Roundup Precision Gel. And be sure to check out Roundup with Sure Shot Lawn, another good for the garden product from Roundup. Any guy can wear a hat, but only you can turn heads.
That standoff's giving me some trouble, so we'll go back to that one in a second here.
Smell great with new Axe U, the unique masculine fragrance.
Most men think they can't afford a custom suit, but at Men's Warehouse, you can. Create a custom suit as unique as you are. Custom suits for every man, starting at just $3.95. Only at Men's Warehouse.
Changing your oil after 3,000 miles?
Kevin, all right.
If you'd use new Mobo 1 annual protection, you wouldn't have to. Protect your engine for 1 year, just one oil change.
Don't change your oil. New Mobo 1 annual protection.
Could Chrissy Teigen get too fancy to totally destroy this burrito? Yeah, she could. But she doesn't. Could Smirnoff get all pricey just because it's been America's most rewarded brand in vodka over the past decade? Yeah, they could, but they don't. But they could, but they don't.
At Panera, a salad is so much more than one thing. More than one flavor, or texture, or color. A good, clean salad is so much more than green. And with Panera Catering, more for your event. Panera.
For anyone building in an NZXT S340 Elite case, the case comes standard with a standoff. It comes with a standoff wrench, and you'll see a standoff in the center, right here. The standoff right here in the center needs to be removed and replaced. They give you a replacement standoff. That one in the center does not have the hole for you to screw into. I assume it's based on your motherboard, more than likely. Like I said, don't quote me on anything, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how I shorted out 3 motherboards. So we'll find out with this build right here if this does not work. Then I'm pretty much gonna take everything back and take it to a PC store, because as plug and play as PCs are, there's no reason why I should have fried 3 motherboards with no explanation. So now we're just going back to this last standoff here that gave me some difficulty. Probably swap that screw out.
Because space is so huge, scaling the distances in our solar system down to the size of the continental United States. My name's Colonel Chris Hadfield. I logged almost 4,000 hours in space, but now I'm driving.
So if you're an astronaut walking on Venus,
Alrighty, so all the standoffs are in. We're gonna do hand tight on these as well.
join me for Mini-Verse.
I could find my, here we go.
Happy anniversary from IFC to you. Remember the nerds you've aged so gracefully.
Missing my good screwdriver again, but alright, we'll just do one more pass through to make sure everything is tight.
Apparently, in my delirium last night, I said a few things on the air that I shouldn't have said. So I need to apologize to the following groups of people: the Irish, people who make a living from boats,
We got a total of 9 standoffs in here.
values the Old Testament,
3 bottom, 3 top, and 3 middle.
cross-country skiers. It's not just walking.
You guys will notice I did not do a test run on the motherboard prior to putting it in here, simply because I do not know how. Should we get enough? Alright. While this is here, oh, we gotta get our radiator situated and our fan situated. Having this piece, yeah, let's do this here. This right here makes things incredibly difficult. I know you guys are probably like, oh, why is that even there? Why is it sticking out? That cord, these are in-source custom cables. Man, I gotta tell you, the quality is so good that I cannot bend it enough without seemingly flexing the motherboard, so I had to put it out on the other side of the cable bar. Seems to be a problem that only I'm having, so obviously I'm doing something wrong there. As per my usual. Yeah, this is not gonna work with that there.
And I was just as scared as you are.
I'm not scared, really. I just don't like the idea of leaving you here all alone.
Oh, I'll be fine. I was fine when you went
Get
away.
this out of here.
Oh, no, it's just for 2 weeks.
I can take care of myself. I'm much more worried about you.
I'm gonna be just fine. Anyways, I'm not gonna be alone. I got Lewis.
Gilbert, come on, rise and shine.
Okay,
Dad's waiting
let's
outside
see.
in the car. It's all packed.
Hi, Phil. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? It's gonna be a great year.
Now, I figure with lunch and 2 ARVs, we should be on the road approximately 7 hours, 18 minutes, and 7 seconds.
ARVs.
Average restroom visits.
Oh, I'm so proud of you two boys.
Come on, Gilbert, let's go to college.
Zip tie on it. There you go. Alright. That was more drama than it needed to be. I have no idea what's on TV, but I'm not watching it, I assure you that.
I got the old cruise control set at 35.
This is totally not the choice of music that I would have picked for this build. Let's perpetuate the stereotype, why don't we?
Gilbert, this is gonna be really neat. I sure hope so. Or if it isn't, huh? Don't be so negative. We have a time of our lives. I'm not being negative, I'm just being nervous, okay? Well, don't be, okay? Because everything's gonna be great. Just like high school, right? This is cool.
That's good enough.
Remember, there's 6,127 students in ours. 58% of which are girls. So that's 7,107 32 foods.
You guys are all alike. Oh, you really care about getting laid. I was just wrong with you.
Okay.
You know Adams has got the best computer department in the country.
Yeah, you're right. Adams is the best.
Alright, I can't take this TV anymore, hold it.
Oh, I know, Mr. Scully. Don't tell my mother I was nervous, okay? I wouldn't want her to worry.
Of course not. Don't sweat it.
Thanks.
I envy you, Lewis. This is one of the finest institutions in the country. You're gonna do fantastic.
Alright.
technology transforming your life could also protect your home. Welcome to Xfinity Home. Connect with smarter features on a smarter home security system. Get live video, remote access, and 24/7 video recording from anywhere.
Your home alarm isn't true.
And protect your family with 24/7 professional monitoring. Everything's fine. All from the fastest growing home security provider. Xfinity Home. Connected, protected.
All right.
Home.
With United Healthcare, you can get rewarded for walking.
Okay. Let's get some of these connections done.
United Healthcare.
We'll start with the, first let's get this guy in here. Okay. Gonna start with the CPU. Our CPU, we got a 4-pin and an 8-pin here. I'm gonna go ahead and use them both. I don't plan on doing extreme overclocking, but I want to know that I can.
My name is Alvin Stanton. I'm the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia.
If it's very many introductions, I expect this will be a long day and I'm not getting any younger.
You understand why you're here.
Tell me what I know so you can judge if my truthful testimony merits immunity.
There are allegations that the FBI allowed Raymond Reddington to continue to commit crimes while acting as a criminal informant.
That's a fact. He has continued to commit crimes, including murder.
And the task force led by Harold Cooper, they knew about this.
Yes, and I can prove it. I give HEB the bodies. I can give you locations and dates, and the bodies are collected and buried.
Okay, Ms. Nemick, we'll offer you immunity.
I need a day to get my affairs in order without a protective detail.
No.
It's not a request, it's my offer. If you think you can prove this case without me, feel free to pass. Anyone?
Putting in the fan here.
As I said, I'm not getting any younger.
You're asking me to protect the cat.
Reddington wouldn't do anyone any good if you got to it.
We authorize Reddington to do you that you would have to let him maintain That's what makes him valuable to us.
You're a big boy, Harold. You support you as long as you kept the deal hidden. You didn't.
I could go to jail.
Done good work. Raise your hands up in a document, and sure judge and jury will agree.
You're right, we don't go to jail. This is bureau take us back. When it's over, where do we go to get our reputations back?
Michelle, a rogue won't testify against us.
Immunity.
But how did they know to do that? Dale only knew about us, not Ron.
I can't protect you. It's my job to do that, but I can't do it.
I'm here because of Reddington. Because he shot Captain for trying to help you.
And that's indefensible, but he says he wants to protect us and I believe him.
Maybe I didn't make myself clear. We're going to be arrested. And there's nothing Reddington can do to protect us against that. To be honest, that's what makes me the angriest. But here we are, at the end. We still don't know why you walked into your life like this.
Where are you going?
To do something I should have done a long time ago.
Once Kaplan testifies, an indictment is inevitable.
Cooper tried to shut it down.
Harold.
My name's Logan Paul, and I am here to be the best luchador in the world. I will be your coach today. Come on, Valerie. I don't want you to wrestle better.
With United Healthcare, you can get rewarded for all kinds of things, like walking.
Dad, where's the car?
How do we walk?
It's counting steps.
Walk, move, and earn money. Money you can use on out-of-pocket medical expenses.
United Healthcare.
Just adjusting the M.2 slot here. We're putting the extra M.2 shield. Even though they're useless, it's more or less for the looks. But its mounting location is not ideal, so that's what we're fixing here. Oh shit.
As I said, there's been a slight delay at the border. Yes, you said that. قلت له هو خرب عليه. أنا لي واحد مخاطب. Seems grouchy, perhaps he's hungry. God knows I'm starving. What are we doing standing around in this warehouse? Let's get a meal. Break bread, drink some arak when the shipment gets here. We'll finish our business. The truck is in company. What is that supposed to mean?
We got one more thing to put in there.
Suppliers are defecting. People are talking money. The rats are fleeing the ship. راح تطلق راسهم سواء كذب عليه. For arms. If they're not supplying as promised, then the truck will be here. Lionheart, assure your client, as much as I detest him and his dirty little world, shipment is on Bruce. He will get here when it gets
Okay.
However, he expects to take delivery. He needs to put his gun back in his pants. If that truck doesn't show, we're all dead. Understand? We're dead. Tell him to put the gun down. And what do you know? Got here as soon as I could.
Alright, one more thing here.
What happened? The supplier never showed. Sent a man to say your funds never arrived. There was a lot of yelling, and they said the Bennett family is done doing business with Mr. Bennett. And he died. Indeed, the rats are fleeing that bank. If the payment wasn't made, it's because Capital is making a run on the bank. Get Abe on the phone. Let's find out what deals are in play.
Sorry guys, I know this part is unnecessary.
Maybe the deal will be fine. It's nowhere near as bad as you've been led to believe. No. The Latvian route is defunct, which is fine. I many other reasons. Now, he should have received those funds recently. Is that anything? Call Brady. What? Yes, of course. I'm confirming that as we speak. Sit down. What's going on with that $5,000?
Confirmation of the funds transfer. For what it's worth, I can assure you there have been no security breaches on our end. In the event Mr. Eddington would reconsider.
He won't reconsider. Thank you.
Yes, our mother is gone, which is unfortunate, but indicative of nothing. I can assure you the passage is safe and the documents are clean.
Okay.
Your only risk is if you step out now and your clients end up with inferior material, or worse yet, end up in custody. Fine.
Getting some of these connections plugged in, the ones that are visible and already ready to go.
Here's the Frankfurt and Begon accounts for both gone.
Alright. It's pretty much time for cable management, guys. I'm gonna disconnect this and switch it up. Alright guys, we're just doing some cable management.
I'll address your number. Everything right through business manager.
Let's see here.
And who is that exactly? Hello, Abe.
Just a second.
You won't be using that arm again. Oh, it's your left arm. I know your right hand. I know that because we've worked together for 11 years. I know your wife has diabetes, that your daughter's favorite animal is a mobo. I know you love Chinese food, that you eat it every Wednesday when you shack up with your girlfriend in her apartment of a fat noodle house. I know you skim an extra grand every week to help pay for that girlfriend. Hey, you steal my money so you can get laid, which I've ignored because you're an accounting wizard. What I cannot ignore is your betrayal. You are how Mr. Kaplan has raided my account. Philip Roque. You wired money to buy a car. Where is he? Page 12. Mario Dixon. I can't help the broke. I would if I knew where it was, but it doesn't. Mario Dixon. We have a new target. Elizabeth, I need you to find out what you can about a Mario Dixon. Kaplan wired for $300,000 2 days ago. Whatever her next move is, Dixon is helping her make it.
Doing the front panel headers right now. So we're using our chart here to determine what goes where.
Grab a lunch of souls. What do you think?
Tuna salad on rye. Extra pickles.
Thank you, Mario.
Who are you?
Where am I?
The good news is you're going to live. The bad news is your depth perception will never be the same.
There must be some mistake. I'm nobody.
Which is your dominant eye.
No matter how much Dateline you watch,
You can always demand more.
and more and more. Surprising stories at your fingertips all the time.
Anytime. Dateline on demand.
Don't watch alone.
Having acne was always on my mind. So I asked the dermatologist about Axone Daxone Gel 7.5%. I apply it once a day, anytime.
Axone Gel 7.5% is FDA approved for the topical treatment of acne for people 12 years and older. Axone Gel is a once-a-day acne treatment with clinically proven results. In clinical trials, acne got better for people using Axone Gel in just 12 weeks.
This is our front panel audio connector there.
Which decreases oxygen in your blood. Stop taking Axone Gel and get medical help right away if your lips, mouth, or nails turn gray or blue. Talk to your doctor if you have G6PD deficiency. Using benzoyl peroxide with Axone Gel may cause facial hair to temporarily turn yellow or orange where applied. Common side effects of Axone Gel include dryness and itching of treated skin.
Now I have less acne to think about.
We
Because
got
I use
one more. Oh, our
Axone Gel.
Kraken. We gotta plug in our Kraken still.
Axone.
Let's do that now, actually.
Starting Thursday at Kohl's, save on gifts for mom and get Kohl's cash for you. Pick out a diamond ring for just $79.99 and get
Our Kraken's actually gonna control all 4 of our fans in this case from the CPU. I do not have a fan controller, and I don't intend to do any intense overclocking.
Arrive at the airport for your flight. Your missed flight. Recalculating. In 15 feet, realize the destination isn't what matters.
Agent Moach Tabai, thank you for coming in.
Did I have a choice?
Victims of Raymond Reddington were recently unearthed and turned over to the FBI. Based on the resulting investigation, I've convened a grand jury to hear testimony about whether the task force you are a part of enabled Raymond Reddington to continue committing crimes while working as a bureau informant.
Yeah, I have nothing to say
And
about that.
whether members of that task force ignored or facilitated those crimes in exchange for information Reddington provided in pursuit of high-level targets.
If you insist on calling my client before the grand jury, he will invoke his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination.
I'm granting him immunity.
Immunity to testify against my friends who may or may not work for a task force that may or may not even exist. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't have to do that, right?
Granting you immunity in exchange for your testimony takes away your right to plead the fifth.
Can they do that? Take away my constitutional right and granting me something that I don't want? I don't want immunity. You can. I refuse to let you grant it. Consider me ungranted.
Counselor, I trust you will help your client to understand the gift he has been given.
Gift.
Got the graphics card time.
Turn on my friends. My alleged friends.
To stay out of prison, unless you refuse to answer my questions, in which case you could go to jail for being inconvenient.
Ooh, yep, okay. It has cat hair on it, so I'm just gonna...
With teams and races.
That's so terrible. I mean, it's not good, but the task force is legal. You can't get a grand jury to indict us for working on it.
Who said anything about a grand jury?
Yale's angle with Reddington and what we let him do in exchange for cases.
It's a slippery moral slope we've navigated with care, as we do with any CI.
But our CI is responsible for 86 homicides in America.
He's ID most of them. He has a timeline. He knows we've let Reddington get away with murder.
Yeah, we can't prove it. Not unless one of us testifies that it's true, which none of us will ever do.
Unless he can prove the existence of a deal, he has nothing.
Yeah, but whether Gail can prove it or not, and
Like kidnapping.
Which is indefensible.
Allowed you to be drugged by a deranged sociopath.
He did. And if he's in trouble, then so are we. I'm convinced we either rise together or fall apart.
Bobby, you and King get to Mecklenburg. See what the brother has to say.
If you're here about Mario.
No, we're here for you, Dan. What you threw away for him. You graduated high school with a 3.8 GPA and a soccer scholarship to Clemson.
Mario saw the life you wanted and he dragged you into his into this. Believe me, I know what it's like to have a criminal brother you love.
It's been a rough haul, hasn't it? If you're not in the shoe, you're in the infirmary.
We can get you moved.
If the information you provide leads us to your brother, we're authorized to slice 5 years off your sentence.
Deal. But before you interrupted me, I was gonna rat out the prick connector. He's got a place in Baltimore where he keeps his booty, checks in on it regularly. Elizabeth. What do you know?
Mario Dixon works out of some high-end hipster boutique in Hampton. We're working on a warrant now.
A warrant won't be necessary to see us.
oh my land. Look at this thing, mate. Gate trail saddle. We need for a saddle, wouldn't it go great with the chaps and the spurs? Look at that crescent wrench. How fun. What a handy little store.
This PCIe cable, I think I want it to cross over here to cover some of the cables.
What might this old thing
Yeah, it actually adds a little bit to the aesthetic.
Back room? I trust there's a back room. Now this is more like it. Where might we find Mr. Dixon?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who that is.
One of those days when nothing goes right. You get a run around. Everything seems to take twice the effort. What kind of day you kill to get your mojo back? Another one of those days. So, you can either be honest with me about Mario Dixon, or I can get behind the wheel of this fine automobile and run you over.
He's in Philly. On a job. Picking up a package from a client.
Clear on the document and its location.
Good to go. Keys inside?
Yes. He's got the document. The document is all that matters.
Oh man, some of this stuff is so annoying to work with, cable-wise.
It's okay. Hold on.
There we go. That seems to be everything, to be honest here. Got our silver and white fans, our shittily white silver or white cables, white and gray cables. Oh, you gotta plug in this guy here. This motherboard comes with a 6-pin PCIe connector on the bottom. It appears to be, I believe, if you need additional power for maybe overclocking or just some of those weird peripherals, maybe a bandwidth thing, or if you want to add USB ports and it needs external power. I'm not sure what they're typically used for. I just know I have a white cable and it helps cover up some of the ugly, so I liked it. Last thing we need is our internal USB 3.0 or front header panel for the USB 3.0, and it looks like we're good to go. There's some cable management over here. Actually got a redo up here. I want those cables to come around the fan so that it looks a lot more clean.
Is it true? Did they finally issue us a subpoena? Yeah. And they did name the wrong poster buyer. How great is that?
It's great if he talks. Let's hope he's not the strong silent type. George, what's that?
Lunch. Your mom dropped it off. Homemade tuna salad. Seems like a real sweet lady.
Dad may call an ambulance. Why on earth would she do this? Why did she take your eye?
There's a scanner at work. She needs my eye for access.
To what? Where do you work?
Stone Canyon storage facility.
I don't know what that is, Stone Canyon. What's stored there?
Government. The secrets. Everything.
Trying to get this wire rack or wiretap.
Sir, I need requisition, please.
There we go. Okay. That's good now. That hide some of the fan cables a little bit better.
You know I can't tell you that.
Have they presented their findings to Main Justice?
How do I know you are who you say you are?
86 bodies.
62 gunshots, 11 stabbings, 9 blunt force traumas, 4 were poisoned.
Where are you on the case?
The grand jury's been convened. Without proof of the connection between Reddington and the task force, they'll never hand up an indictment. Bodies just don't give you that.
No, they don't. But I can.
It seems to be everything, guys. I don't know.
There. The guy with the shoulder bag.
Alright, well, as you can tell, build is complete. I did nothing that would warrant any kind of shortage here. Oh yeah, internal USB front header is the last thing we need here. So right there.
I do, and it's an absolute maze. Okay, if I'm reading this right, you get access half the city using these tunnel lines.
Did you narrow that down a little?
We don't have to. We've got support units.
All right, that's everything. So, just to go over all I did here, you got the USB 3.0 front header panel. The front header panel, okay, it's being blocked by the cable to PCI, but the front header panel plugged into the motherboard right there. It's the HD LED, or the HD Power Plus negative LED Power Plus, our power and ground, and then the power switch power and ground. That's what we got there. We have our HD audio front panel connector there. Right behind these, we got our two internal USB. One of them is routed to an NZXT internal USB hub, and the other one goes to the Kraken X52. So it's other plugs. We got our 8-pin PCI, or 8-pin CPU power there with the 4-pin CPU power. Those are both going into their respective slots in the PSU. Double checked on that. We have our Kraken X52 plugged up.
What is it?
To the radiator, of course, obviously. Kraken's plugged in to the CPU power header right here, or CPU fan header there, and then that USB, of course, is going to the motherboard directly. We got our M.2 drive in there, our GT710 there. So this pretty much, I mean, this is what I did the last 3 times I burned it out. So the standoffs we have are here. 1, 2's right behind there. 3 is right in that spot right there behind those cables. So 3, and we got 4, 5 is this 5, 6 is right behind this radiator cable. You go ahead and double check that. Yeah, 6 is right. Oh, well, you can kind of see it. Whatever, it's there. 6 is there. Oh, I guess it defeats the purpose if I don't show you, right? So there's 6. And 7, 8, and then 9, right there. So as you can see, everything, all the standoffs are there appropriately, as they should be. And I don't know why this is. If this fries again, I'm literally going to pop a blood vessel. So, yeah. We got our HDMI front panel header connected directly to the graphics card here, and that's it. So, yep. Let's see if this works. I mean, you're gonna be like, oh well, we can't see the PSU. How do we know you didn't fuck that up? Well, I mean. Guess you don't know. So there are the cables here from the ones that I got plugged into the CPU power. I'm gonna follow them here. This is them here. Oops, whoa, sorry, too much zoom. Right here, right here. Still following here, 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 and then.
Yes, without me.
Oh, we need light. Time out.
You said this was for emergency only, the last resort. If you open this, it will be.
I know what it means.
There we go.
What is it, Red? What's happening?
We're under attack now. Most of my business has been destroyed.
There it is, and there they go, right there, into the CPU power. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the only PSU connection that could F everything up. So you can see there it is plugged into the CPU. The ATX, obviously you can't mess that up because only one thing on the fits. But, alright, so we'll start it up, see what happens. And so if this computer doesn't work, I am going to dismantle this and send off my parts to whoever wants them for super cheap. We're talking like really cheap. So, I don't know, some of you might hope it doesn't work. This is literally my 3rd motherboard, and I could not afford another one even if I wanted to, so.
Someone knows better than mixed games in an entertainment venue. Get this jump out of here, man. for Henry Prescott. Another one to go. I'm not doing it for you. 2 months ago, you were tweaking on whatever you were tweaking on at that nightclub in Vegas and inadvertently discharged your handgun in the general direction around the dance floor, sending a delicate tourist to the emergency room. Henry Prescott is a man who made that all go away. Let go, my friend, please. Now, if I need a man we're talking about, I'm not saying I do. I only call him if I have a problem. Like, a real problem. Oh, there. There's a problem. Your drug dealer is bleeding out on the floor in your VIP room in your new nightclub. With the morals clause in your new contract, you won't collect a penny.
Okay, so here we go. Guys,
So annoying, right?
Yeah, and I'm late for a job interview.
Hey man, can you just mix it for like 2 seconds? Thank you. You need Verizon. They have the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's made to work in places like this. With Verizon Unlimited, we could video chat the interview in HD right here.
Okay.
Hey man, I'll cue you.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
I am a people person.
Yeah, hi, I don't have my debit card, and these kids are having a bake sale for their soccer team, so I need some cash. Can I give you my mother's maiden name or my first concert or
Oh, well now you can just use your phone.
my phone?
Yeah, just open the Wells Fargo mobile app and request a one-time access code.
That's way better.
again, I did not do a boot
They're snickerdoodles.
from the motherboard from the box, just because I highly doubt I'm going to be that unlucky where I get a shit motherboard. So, you know.
Ken Sadler, what happened?
Okay, here goes attempt number 3.
Oh.
So, when it fries, like if it does now, all I do is I hit this power switch, wham, boot light, right? Now the minute I hit this power button is where it fries itself. So here goes. Power button up here, computer, and power. What the fuck? I'm so fucking done!